Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Mrs. Bandu's Math Movies. This is Course 2, Lesson 8-1, Estimating Perimeter and Area. And basically, that's what our objective is, to estimate length, perimeter, and area. This begins our chapter on doing perimeter, area, volume, and surface area. So let's get started with our vocabulary. The first term is perimeter. The perimeter of a figure is the distance around the figure. Okay, so if you were to walk around or trace around the figure, how far would you go? That's perimeter. Perimeter is one-dimensional. It measures length. Okay, so that's good to know. Area, the area of a figure is the number of square units it encloses. Okay, this is two-dimensional. And this is always in square units. So I'm just going to put a U with a little 2 at the top, because we'll put whatever unit it is, centimeters, meters, inches, feet, yards, whatever, and square it. I like to recall, actually if you look down here, when you're going to be looking at area, you're trying to find out how many boxes of a certain size, or squares more specifically, fit within the boundaries of that particular figure. Okay. Choosing a reasonable estimate. Choose a reasonable estimate for the perimeter of a piece of paper, 40 inches or 40 feet. The edges of a piece of paper would be measured in inches. So 40 inches would be the better estimate. Okay, that's a common sense question oftentimes. Okay, estimating perimeter. Estimate the perimeter of the rectangle. What we'll do is estimate the length and the width. The length, and they're calling this the length, is about 5 units. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, full, here's a part and here's a part, very close to 5 units. Here, do the same thing. By the time you end up counting and putting all the little pieces together, it's about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a little bit, closest to 8. There is a formula for the area perimeter of a rectangle, and it's twice times the length plus the width. So the perimeter is about, we're going to do 2 times 5 plus 8, which is 13. 2 times 13 is 26. So it's about 26 units long. In this case, we're just going to do units because we don't know the size indicated by each square. Okay. Again, if you don't necessarily have to know this formula, just remember, if you have length and width, basically, oh, sorry, why did I put 4 there? You have your 4 sides to this shape, just add them up. Okay, a couple of quick checks down here for you to complete. I'll move on to estimating area. Okay, now I am going to tell you, I think this particular estimation that comes with your book is a little complicated, so I'm just going to mark this out now. And I'm just going to go about counting and keeping track in my head, because I think that's really probably a little bit easier than trying to go through all of this. You might enjoy doing things this way, or might want to have alternate ways to do this. If you do, please don't be afraid to ask in class and we can talk about it. But basically what I do here is I see 1, 2, this right through the middle here, I estimate to be 3 units, or 3 squares that would be filled. Here I estimate that this row up here would give me about a box and a half, and similarly on the bottom. So my estimate here is that this is going to be 6 squares. Okay, so I haven't answered the question yet, but I know that I have 6 squares. It says each square represents 50 square yards. Estimate the area of the shaded figure. So I'm going to multiply 6 by 50 square yards. Remember, this doesn't mean to square the number 50. It's just telling you that you're measuring in little boxes or square units. 6 times 50 is 300. So the area is about 300 square yards. Okay? So basically, in this case, each represents more than 1 unit. Each square is 50 square yards. That's why we multiplied. If it's not, then you don't have to multiply. Okay, a couple of more quick checks on this, and you should be good to go.